Little bit of a different video today. We're going to be looking at a Scaletrains operator autorack. So let's get right into this. So here's the side of the box. It says Greenbrier, Goodison, Rand, Multimax autorack, BNSF Railway, TTGX 693210. So let's get this thing out of the box here and see. And I'll also give you a little brief history on this. We're not doing at the layout because the layout's in pieces right now because we're trying to redo some parts, but it's out here. Probably should do two hands, so I'll get back to you in a second. After getting it out of the box, we got this sheet here. I'll probably read some things off of this to do it. This one kind of like Bachman's where they have the ginormous thing. There's that. Take a moment to read that. I'm also gonna show you the rest here. Explode parts diagram if you guys want to look at that real quick. And the parts thing. So let's get right into the actual autorack itself. So pretty simple. You lift off the top here and you flop that thing over, and there's your autorack. So let's get out of the packaging and look at it a little deeper. Alrighty, so it's a pretty simple car here. Since this is in the operator line, it's not exactly too detailed. Let me move this wheel out of the way. So you have a Scaletrains coupler, plastic coupler. It does appear to have a nice spring in it, so it should work pretty good with most HO scale models. You also have some little stairs on each side here, and really good detail on the sides here with a silver stripe leading into a white stripe. A few ribbing along the side here. Two red dots, not sure what those are. Clearly printed excess height car. And a reporting mark here, the 693210. And some legible text along the bottom here. Can't exactly see what that says from here. Guess we'll kind of zoom in here if you want to read that. Take a second. I'm not going to say all of it. At the bottom also you have some latches here and some other things. On the side of the car here, let me zoom out. There we go. On the front side of the car here you have yourself the truck. Has metal wheels, which is nice. We'll probably get able to see it. We have some separately fitted parts here. Chain is not a real chain, but it's good looking anyway. Have some sort, I think this might be a brake. Don't quote me on that. You got a ladder here. You have a B1 or BI or BL or something like that. You have some more legible text here. If you want to read that, you can. You also have this car cannot accept. This car excess height, I believe is what it says. You also have your first set of silver ribbing, I think is what it's called. It's detailed. You can see all the rivets in there. Kind of cool. You have your plumbing underneath here and your metal wheels. Moving on to the back end of the car, you can see the not as much going on over here. You just have these weird triangular things. And also here's the middle of the car. You have the BNSF logo. You have some more illegible text. TTX. Can't really read what that says. Give me a second to read that there. You also have TTGX 6930 or 693210. Again. You also have your metal truck or axles. And these weird things, and the ribbing or skirting, whatever it is called again. You have the old reporting mark, I think is what this is. It's a BNSF 226926. And you can see there is this car excess height. It's also there, and the ladder. This end is pretty much the same as the other. Pretty standard for autorack. You do have your coupler again, and some more text. I want to read that. Let me see if I can get. There we go. All right, now for the other side of the car, have some You have your BNSF text across there. You have the B1 again. I don't know really what that means. You also have your ladder again, and some more stuff here. Just car access height or whatever it says. In the middle, you have your TTX reporting mark, and down there you have some more text and more legible text down there. Let's see if I can get that for you guys. If you want to do that. Try to get in focus there. Down, you have some plumbing underneath the car. Try to pop it. There we go. You have some plumbing underneath the car, and then your reporting mark again, along with this plate J, which I don't think is on the other side, and some more legible text. So, also, it's 28-inch wheels, WHLS, which is wheels. You also have this car Scaletrains again, and that is going to wrap it up for the details part. Except we're going to look at the top, which is pretty basic here. You just have your silver ribbing, and at the bottom, it's not too bad. I also noticed that this is probably the first car where it's not like a separate pocket. It's actually built in the frame, which actually is quite nice. This car isn't incredibly heavy. It's probably not as heavy as like some of the other cars in my collection, but it's a decent car. Now let's go see if it will make some curves and what it looks like being pulled behind a locomotive. Like mentioned, the layout's in a little bit of shambles right now, but I am adding a helix. So I think it'd be kind of useful to see if the car can make the helix. I'm not sure exactly what radius turns these are, but this car is rated for 26, or recommended 26. Let's get it on the track real quick and see how it goes. So here is the BNSF autorack from Scaletrains operator. We're going to see how this goes. So we're going to push it up at the very top of the helix and see how it goes. It's going to hit some. It rolled pretty good. It does seem to make the helix as tight turns. So I think I'm going to go run it over a switch real quick and see how well it transverses a switch. Alright, so I now have it set up on the track here. I let go and it actually does roll. Let's see, I guess, how well it transverses over switches. It does seem to do decently. That might have been because I have it like a little off weight. Or it could be that I have this track temporarily laid to do this review. Yeah, but it does seem to do pretty good. So I think I'm going to wrap up this review here. There's not really much more to talk about, except I believe MSRP is like, I don't know, like $60, $70 on this car. It's a little expensive. I got this at a hobby shop for about $58, I believe. So it's not exactly cheap, but it's a decent car nevertheless. And I want to thank you guys so much for watching.